The third eye chakra. This is most definitely a connection to source, but it's information that comes from a place beyond our five senses. Our five senses take in this physical reality that is around us. The sixth sense, or the third eye, is gaining information from the cosmos, which we couldn't get from anywhere else. Practicing yoga, pranayama, these kind of techniques tends to open this third eye quite a lot. It can calcify due to toxic metals and other contaminants such as glyphosate. And as we clean and clear off our third eye, we get far more intuition. But to receive this intuition, we want to have a very sturdy and strong base chakra. It is essential. If you're going to work with the higher centers, one must quite simply have the base in balance. There is an issue with opening the third eye and not being in balance, because you get so out of balance then, because it's very abstract. But we must also work in the physical reality as well. The third eye center is a very important center for our intuition, as we are meant to have intuition all the time, helping us to get through this life. When we're disconnected from these higher centers, we don't have any connection to God, and we have to run off the lower centers, which is basically ego. We start to go beyond ego at this point, although there is ego still there. But there's less of the me, I want, I need, and much more of I see. Seeing things for what they really are, seeing through illusions, seeing through untruths. This is the center where we really begin to see this illusion and reality and what this really means for us. The number one contaminant for the third eye is fluoride, which is found in most council waters, which is why I would really recommend reverse osmosis or some kind of filter to take out those chemicals. This would be the number one contaminant. Other things that contaminate the third eye are things like our mercury fillings or buildup of cadmium, lead, some other contaminants like that, and also glyphosate or Roundup in the foods. None of these are any good for us at all. And there's certainly ways to clear off the third eye. Like I did mention though, it is to balance the other chakras. We ought to already be eating healthy, alkalizing the body, thinking much better, projecting much better, and then we can certainly work more onto the third eye. Meditation is probably one of the best things for it, and then there's techniques where you can bring the eyes to the center and look up. This really stimulates it. I wouldn't encourage doing that if the base chakra is out. We're balancing the base, and then we will connect to the higher sources, but the information will come to you as that is needed. The crown chakra, or 1,000-leaf lotus it is known in the yogi. When the crown chakra opens up, we have full connection to the higher realms, to the higher source. We're absolutely connected in with God. You may also view the body like a tree, and the base is where the roots go out, and from the crown is where the branches go out to the cosmos. Here we're connected to all the higher realms, whatever they may be. We tend to think much bigger. We were much more in the path of enlightenment when we were looking at the crown chakra. The crown chakra is associated with wisdom, with the wisdom of our ancestors and the wisdom of life. So a person whose crown center tends to be open usually has quite a high IQ. They're very good mind. They're able to think very well. When it is closed, you have the opposite effect. If a person is too much in the crown chakra, they're not able to connect into this reality at all. Okay, their house is usually a mess. Everything's upside down. None of the bills are paid. They're not tapping into this sort of reality, and they're very airy fairy or in the clouds kind of a personality, and they can be really great fun, but God loved them. They can't connect in with their everyday things. So as nice as it might be to stay up in those clouds, one must have their feet firmly on the ground also, so that we can connect into the heart center. A person who's working on the crown chakra, focusing on the crown chakra, is generally seeking divine guidance, divine source, and is looking to get out of what they call the matrix. However, it all goes on a loop. So the hypothalamus is connected to the base, and we must continually look after this chakra loop. We must keep our feet firm on the ground, but we also must open our heart to the higher knowledge and the higher wisdom of the universe.